Hello, welcome in for another edition of Talking Rasslin. I am professional wrestling referee Super Dave Miller, also known as Pondwater Dave around these parts. Join with me as always is the First Lady of the Arn Anderson Fan Club, Miss Amy Vaughn.
Hello, hello.
All right. She does that on purpose. She'll sit there silent because we're not sure if her stuff works. You're screwing with us, Amy.
Oh, no. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, just making sure. Just kidding. I never know.
Staley
I
right
don't
out.
want to. Oh, my.
He's coming in hot right out of the gate. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Super Dave. It damn sure is.
Yes, it is.
How's your week?
It's been good. Getting back into the swing of things, being at school and all that good stuff. But it's been a pretty good week. How about you?
Pretty good. Hang on.
Okay.
Talk for a second.
Okay, so let's see. What can I talk about? Darren, I saw you on the podcast yesterday.
I got to do something about that drink fridge. That condenser kicks on, and it is so loud in here.
That is so weird how that is.
Yeah. But they keep my drinks so cold.
I know. I heard something, but it just, you would think that, I don't know. You would think that they could do something smaller or better than that, but I don't know.
And then I got to remember when the show's over to plug it back up so I'll have a cold drink in the morning.
Yeah.
Boy, I'll come in here in the morning, I'll forget to plug that thing back in, and I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah,
now I got to go to work without my Monster and get one out of the vending machine.
Are you, so you still drinking Monsters? I know last time you were doing the peptides, you were feeling really good with those, but you
still feel great.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, I guess I didn't realize you were drinking Monsters too.
Yeah, I still drink Monster.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't blame you. I mean, getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
The Ultra Zero Monsters, and I drank the Zero Dr. Pepper.
Have you tried any of the different, have you tried a dirty Dr. Pepper or any of those different flavors?
I make my own. Stephanie got me some coconut creamer, and I'll mix them myself.
Oh, how come you don't like? I mean, have you tried it already made, or you just like?
Yeah, I've had it, but the Zero is easier just to mix it yourself.
Okay.
It's harder to find in the 12-pack with the coconut. But I'm going to tell you,
excuse me.
I had dirty Dr. Pepper at McDonald's the other day.
Oh, I have seen that they are doing that. What is it?
The Berry Blast Sprite and the dirty Dr. Pepper, both are very good.
What's the other one? Do they do another one?
Those are the two I remember.
Okay. I mean,
I was going to order the Berry Blast Sprite again, and then I saw the dirty Dr. Pepper, and it was game on. It was game on. I
feel like the dirty drinks are, for whatever reason, are really, like you said, they're at McDonald's. They're Dr. Pepper has them,
Well, you remember that it's not just that. We had the I had a dirty Dr. Pepper at that restaurant we ate at in Nashville.
Oh yeah.
They had that on the menu, so it's flavor of the week, no pun intended.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. Like, it's definitely making its rounds. Definitely making the rounds.
I got the FIFA Cup meal the other day from McDonald's and chose the nuggets. They have Big Mac sauce that you can dip your nuggets in. I got to admit, it hit real hard for me.
Interesting. So who have you been watching the World Cup?
We've watched a lot of soccer, not just USA. We've been watching all the teams.
Do you have a team that's still in it, or the ones that are still in it? Who are you rooting for?
Oh, I'll pull for Messi's team.
I know who Messi is. Where is he from?
I think he plays for Argentina.
Oh, okay.
I think. Okay.
Somewhere in Southern America.
Yeah. Not here.
Not here. Yeah. Lives here, right? Doesn't he live here?
The U.S. deserved to get they lost that. They just were outmatched on defense against
Belgium.
Against Belgium.
Well, and then there was the whole one guy got a red card. I saw clips.
He shouldn't have got
very much a clip. person, I guess, but he shouldn't have got. I mean, I know they went back and forth, and then he got one. Then they really did have to, or they really.
Oh, I love that Belgium was crying about it, and they didn't have nothing to do with it initially anyway. Hey, but they won.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, they won, so whatever.
And they, like I said, they deserved to win that game. Their defense, they played superior defense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really enjoyed. I can't believe that I enjoyed watching it.
I mean,
what's funny is I played soccer since I was 10 years old.
Right.
I played soccer since I was 10 years old, and I just never enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed watching indoor soccer.
What's the difference? I mean, like, what did you?
Oh, indoor soccer was called the 40-yard indoor war. There's no out of bounds. It plays a lot like hockey. No offsides. Just a faster paced game. Players sub in and out like hockey.
Okay. Well, that kind of makes sense then.
Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. Yes, Phillip Searcy is going to be here with us. He may come in a little early. He's scheduled for the top of the hour. He'll be our guest in hour 2 tonight. Looking forward to talking to Phillip about Mississippi wrestling. I see him quite regularly at all the events that I referee, and I appreciate him so much because he's always taking pictures and posting them and sharing them.
Now, I don't want to sound dumb, but is a newsletter is an actual? Ha. Thank you, Willie. No.
I love you for that, Willie.
Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. Does he still prints out like it's a?
Well, it's a Google Doc, so I mean you could print it out.
But I say it again. I feel like that's a lost art.
He's not printing them and mailing them out. I don't believe. I mean, we'll ask him. But right now, it seems to be a labor of love. Let's go to the chat and say hi to everybody before we go any further. Of course, Darren Stanley, Matt's here, Willie's here. There's Allison. Hey, Allison. Coach Keith's in the house. My friend Austin Kendrick. Hey, Austin. Is Phillip?
Hello, everyone.
Mabel is the third type. Hey, I like but I really like the Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. I just got through reading the July one. It's over on Facebook. You can find him. It doesn't cost anything to click on it and read it.
Well, I love that. Again,
he's not overdoing it with words like Meltzer. I mean, there's no word salad there. He's getting in, getting out, getting you up to date of what's going on.
So he's actually kind of like a reporter.
Yes.
Just the way it is.
Yep.
That's refreshing.
So I'm going to go ahead and mention it.
Okay.
I guess it's kind of a plug, but we were talking about food. Next week. Let's see. Today is the 8th, so 15th, July 16th. July 16th is next Thursday, correct? We're going to have a new show debuting on Mark Out Moments. Triple P, panels, pile drivers, and plates with Josh Newell. Josh Newell's the owner and promoter of Bayou Independent Wrestling, the author of the upcoming comic book Castle Aiden, and he's a hell of a foodie too. He loves to go out to eat. He counts how many times a year he actually gets to eat crawfish. I mean, he really likes to get out there and dine. Him and his wife go out to eat quite a bit and loves the food. And so that's what we're going to talk about. The panels represent the comic books. The pile drivers represent the wrestling, and plates. We're going to talk some food. It's going to be a fun concept. I'm excited about it. I've already bought 2 comic books. I'm reading Absolute Batman. There's a new universe in DC called the Absolute Universe. They do Absolute Batman, Absolute Superman, Absolute Wonder Woman, Absolute Manhunter. Mm-hmm. It's different. Like Bruce Wayne's not a millionaire. He's not a millionaire. He's an engineer.
Okay.
And he's it's just he has a battle axe, and it comes off of the emblem on his shirt. The Joker is like a huge mastermind. It's really, really good. I went to the comic book store and I bought a graphic, I guess you call it graphic novel. It was the first story arc, 6 issues. And I got it in hardback. And Jim Lee, who's my favorite comic artist, Jim Lee, did the artwork for it. Really cool book. And I bought the second one. And I highly recommend Absolute Batman. It is the hottest comic going now.
Awesome. Coach Keith is so agrees.
Yeah, and the comic book is so popular that it is going to be an animated series. They're bringing it to. They're going to make it an animated series. Super exciting.
What do we know when it's going to be an animated series and who's picked it up?
Probably early next year. It's DC Studios is doing it.
But I mean, we don't know the like, is it going to be on whatever TNT? You know, like what channel is it going to be on? Like,
oh, we don't know yet. I would guess HBO Max probably. But I mean, it could be Netflix. You just don't know.
Well, that's very true. Okay, yeah, you know, sometimes they'll say it, but that is really cool. And again, think about where it started and how it has morphed into what it is now, and it continues, and you can keep changing it, and just the multiverse, and you know, like I think.
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of Elseworld stuff. I don't like. I mean, I used to read Elseworlds like they would do Gotham by Gaslight, which was Batman chasing Jack the Ripper. Elseworlds takes place in a different time, different place.
Okay.
So it was like Sherlock Holmes, Batman trying to find Jack the Ripper.
Okay.
And that style of art. Then you had Batman Red Rain, which was Batman got bit by Dracula.
Okay. Oh, how cool.
And then I'm trying to think of some of the other, but they'd always put up in the corner Elseworlds. And then they like Superman Red Sun. That would have been, he landed in Russia instead of Kansas.
That's a big difference. That's again how that just absolutely just opens up to such a diverse type of comic book, you know, and you know, kind of ideas.
And then there's Injustice, Gods Among Us. They've done 2 of them, and 3 is coming. I'm super excited about that. And basically, Injustice, they even made it part of a video game of it. But Injustice, Gods Among Us, it starts out that Joker has kidnapped Lois.
Okay. Oh,
and,
okay.
And he hits Superman with some scarecrow gas laced with kryptonite.
Okay.
And Superman thinks that Lois is the Doomsday Monster.
Oh,
and flies. And she's pregnant with his child.
Oh.
And he flies her into outer space.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
And when her heart stops beating, it detonates a nuke in Metropolis.
My Lord.
Yeah. So that kind of pushes Superman over the edge.
Yeah.
So.
And it shows just how kind of really twisted Joker is.
Well, yeah. And,
I mean, you know, even more.
Well, Batman's telling the Joker that you can't break Superman. He's the best of us. And Superman walks in and puts his hand through his chest and rips his heart out. And becomes a dictator. Like, no more war, no more crime. We're tightening it down.
Right.
And then you got the heroes that are siding with Superman. And then, of course, Batman's leading the resistance because.
Right. People have free will.
Yeah. But, you know, Batman catches them. Hey, and here's a hot take. Batman's a pussy. I mean, how many times does the Joker get to kill hundreds of people? You could have stopped it. You could have
I
stopped
got you.
it. I mean, he beat the second Robin's brains in with a crowbar.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I mean, they had a one, and this is when I got back into comics over 30 years ago. They put a 1-900 number. Does Robin live or die? And it wasn't Dick Grayson. It was Jason Todd. Fans just didn't like him, and they voted to kill him.
Oh, poor little thing.
But it's just but
that's terrible. Could you imagine he's the one that's calling the 1-800? Let me live, let me live.
But
oh,
I enjoy the Batman comics, but it's just that it's not like the movies. Batman kills in the movies, but he don't kill in the comic books. He's got his moral code. If he crosses that line, he won't never stop doing it.
Right.
He's got to be the best of us, and I don't agree. I'm a firm believer that dead criminals are not repeat offenders.
Well, that is not a false statement. It's
and
really hard to do that.
And
Coach Keith.
I mean, this is a little asshole. He was still in the tires off the Batmobile when Batman found him.
Oh, the second Robin.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to kind of rehabilitate him, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I had no idea. That's pretty cool. You and Josh are going to have a great time.
This is going to be fun. And of course, I'm super excited about Josh's new comic, Castle Aiden.
Yes.
We're going to have the Kickstarter, and Andrew said that Coach Keith's always been a low-key heel.
Voting. Yeah, really. But I think it's going to be great. Now, I don't know about the crawfish thing, but how are you all? You are going to have a timer, because you all are going to get talking about stuff, and next thing you know, it's going to be the next day if you don't be careful.
Yeah, cool. We're gonna get a format.
We're going to do this and this, because just like you said, you could. Just for the comic book part. Obviously, he's creating a comic book, but I'm sure he's very much a comic, has some opinions of comic books. So I'm sure that his genre and different things that he likes, like I said, that's going to be really cool to kind of dive into. And comic books are just not like Archie, like
no.
It's really, really young, I guess. So
they also figured out that grown-ups have more money to spend on comic books than kids.
But isn't that the way it is for everything, though? Right now, I feel like
I got back into it, and I was going to the comic book store every week or two, picking my books up. I had my list that I was getting, and then they do this gimmick where they'll do multiple covers of the same book, and then you start feeling like you got to collect them. And especially when they did the Superman 1000 and Detective Comics 1000, and they did all these different covers, and you get caught up in that, and then it just gets expensive. And it got to be where it was a chore to go get them. And
I could see that.
And I didn't want to drive over there for just one or two. I was really enjoying Batman. In the comic books, he eventually he adopted Dick Grayson, so that's his son now. And somebody tried to kill him, and he was tracking them down, and he had a villain called the KG Beast, which back in the day, I think it was called Seven Nights of the Beast, and it was a whole thing with KG Beast. But I
bet, the Russians, they were definitely the enemy back in the day.
but he was wounded and laying in the snow, and he told Batman, if you'll get me to safety, if you'll save my life, I'll tell you who tried to kill your kid. I'll tell you who hired me to kill your kid. And Batman said, save your own life. I'll find out who did it. He goes, I'm the world's greatest detective, and turns around and walks off.
Wow, that seems a little unusual. Okay.
Yeah, it was Batman number 57. I actually mailed it to Tony Schiavone because it was one of the coolest lines it was just like the way, so matter of fact, I don't need you to tell me, I'll figure it out. I'm the world's greatest detective.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a little cocky. Uh, Interesting question. Did y'all give your kids allowance, and if so, how much? And also, were they required to do chores?
No, I did not. Remember, if you in the saying of Andy, who is my dad, you get to live here, so that is your allowance. No.
I mean, my kids really didn't do without.
Yeah, that's,
I
I mean,
mean, they were required to help out, and they did some chores, and
yeah. But
uh,
yeah, it wasn't like here's your dollar for the week.
yeah, I never got an allowance, but I had a job.
We know since like 5 years old, working in that grocery store.
Yeah, I mean,
Family businesses, they don't count, right?
yeah, my money didn't jiggle jiggle; it folds.
Listen to you.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to this other question that Sam kicked out for us. Did we watch Dark Side of the Ring last night? We damn sure did.
We did. We did.
I watched it with my friends from Ring Classics last night.
Oh, y'all did?
Yeah, I mean,
Cool.
which that type of show on a watch party is just a bunch of people watching it together, and you have to tell Jimmy, shh, Jimmy, they're back on. You talk during the commercials, but we're trying to hear.
Commercials. Okay, that's hilarious.
But
I guess maybe I didn't realize that y'all were doing something live. I saw. I guess I
well,
thought maybe it was afterwards or something.
well, they
I
did
saw
they did a Q&A afterwards on YouTube. Karen and Jeff
okay.
did. Karen and
Okay.
Jeff did. And but if you were with me on Ring Classics, you could submit your questions, and then I sent them to Conrad in a Google Doc, so they got their questions answered.
I got you. I got you. I did not
But
realize
it
that.
just
Okay.
felt like this was a big deal for Jeff. He's been making the rounds on. I mean, did Ariel Hawani, did Chris Van Vliet. He was on Busted Open, several shows in New York. I mean, they've been all over really pushing this, and it was heavy. Uh, I'll admit that I have a bias. I don't like the dark side guys. I feel
Oh, do
like,
you want to hear something ironic? I thought about you just real quick. So I turned it on because I wasn't
yeah,
100%. You know exactly what I'm going to
yeah,
say.
it was on. They showed
I
it again.
I know. Yes. So that episode, the Hell in the Sky. What do they call it? Um, what do they call it? The Hell. What's the episode called? It's not Hell on the
Plane ride
Plane.
from hell.
Plane Ride from Hell. Thank you.
Yeah,
That was on before, and I just thought, of course, I thought of you, and I was like, oh, that's how ironic.
yeah, I
Um,
saw that because I was making sure that I had it,
yes, everything's set up. Yeah,
and I thought it was a good episode. I thought it was well done. There was the beginning of it. I really liked that they went so long without commercials.
hmm
I think they set the hook that way. I thought it was smart. Uh, the stuff about Jeff's wife,
yeah.
Jill, with the cancer, uh, that woman must have really been something special because everyone that David Zahadi, um,
Scott Steiner.
Scott Steiner, Vince Russo, and Jeff. I mean, they were
Vince
all
Russo,
everybody
definitely.
that tried to talk about her was very emotional. I mean, Scott Steiner got it walked off
Yeah,
because I mean everybody got real emotional. She must have been a hell of a lady.
I
It
think. Go
was
ahead. I'm
so
sorry.
heavy.
I think that first off, for most of you all already know this, but like I started watching wrestling, Memphis wrestling. I'm in an area where we would get Memphis wrestling on Saturdays. Like I literally watched Jeff Jarrett ref, and like as the 18-year-old, those kind of things. Like I've watched it for a very, very long time. I don't think, and as I've grown up, I just don't think you cannot be impressed with Jeff Jarrett outside of the ring. You know, you sit there and you look at this man who literally lost his best friend. right? On television. I mean, he literally died and then he had to go out. His, um, his career, I guess, whenever Vince bought the WCW and he knew that, he literally got fired on television,
Yeah.
bet on himself, went and, created TNA. I mean, again, I say going against WWE, but again, putting yourself out there, his wife passing away, like him and his dad not talking for several years, which again was just striking.
Can
Like
you imagine? Can
that
you
he didn't
imagine being so mad at your child that their spouse dies and you won't go to the funeral?
know. I mean, not even for your grandkid. Like,
Yeah.
no.
10 minutes from the house.
I mean, that is, but I mean, either, he might have me hook, line, and sinker, but like, I believe everything Jeff Jarrett feels. Like, you can see it in his face when he's talking to you. And I don't even think, and I have been very blessed to actually meet him in person and talk to him on a few different occasions. I do not, it is not an act. If it is, then it's all the time. But like, he
No, I think
truly is a promoter. And like he said it he said say something about like you don't know what you have until you have nothing. He said something to that effect of like, you know, like it I didn't have nothing to do but work because I had nothing. He talked
it,
about how I'm sorry, he
it,
just talked about Jill, like I had to feed no three girls. Like I
right.
just went back to work and I had to make this work because what else was I going to do? And
That's just a family businesses. I truly think that being raised in a family business is not healthy. It's not a
mhm,
healthy mindset. And I relate to Jeff on that because we never grieved. We went right back to work.
mm,
I mean, it was just what you did.
yeah,
I mean, my dad died at 3 o'clock in the morning. I left the hospital and went and opened the store at 7 because that's what he would have wanted.
right.
We were
And
all
that's interesting that you say that in the sense of like you just said, that's what he would want. Because how often have we heard them talk about like people who get talked about who has died in a wrestling angle and be like, oh, he would love that he was part of this angle or what, like,
yeah.
oh, he would have wanted the show to go on or whatever. And it's like, I get that, but it's just that's an interesting thing that you said, like, oh, that's what he would have done. He
I
would
don't
have
think
wanted
it's
the house
healthy.
next door.
I
No, I
don't
don't
think.
think it is either.
I mean, I think we've talked about it on here that, and if I haven't, I'm fixing to tell you something that I said it. It was a real. It was a real sentence that came out of my mouth,
Hmm.
and I'm not proud of it in hindsight.
When did you
But
say this? Hold on. When did you say
no,
this?
to my first wife.
Oh, to your first
Yeah,
wife. I'm sorry.
40 years ago.
Mm.
She said, I feel like that store is I feel like that store is the other woman. And I said, no, that store is the only woman.
Mm.
But when I got shot, the first thing I told my dad is, hey, they didn't get the money.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get down to the store and get it. Because like the door was open. I didn't leave the door open, but I mean, it's just that not losing the money.
Well, but
It's
and
not
I
a
get
healthy, it's not a healthy mindset.
no, but just
When your
like
business, it's a job,
right,
but
but
a
it's what
career,
pays for everything. It's what
yes.
and I think that's what it's tied to. It's not like, oh, it's just a hobby. Like it's what allows you to have a house. It's what allows you to, send your kids to college or feed your family. You have employees. It's what,
There you go.
I get that.
That's what my dad's mindset is. He wasn't just responsible for us. He was responsible for the families of the people that worked there. I mean, we were providing a living, and those people relied on us to make sure that they could make a living.
Exactly. I can definitely see where that you
A
know,
lot of
how it can
pressure.
be entangled. Yes.
And my dad was my dad was alcoholic. I mean, and so I get that Jeff chased, all that came crashing down on Jeff, and the party, and it became
He had to do something to fill that. I
he got
mean,
lost down a bottle, and
and he had to, I mean, and again, and he also said, you know, like he didn't have a great relationship with his mother, you know, like earlier, you know, he talked about that and,
well, yeah,
you
because she's
know,
bitter.
huh?
I'm gonna tell you, Jeff and Karen, Jeff and Karen talking about her divorce.
Hmm.
I didn't think of. I kind of re-examined my stance on divorce.
What is your, okay, let's go back. What is your stance? Let's start
Well,
there.
no, I mean, I thought it was unhealthy to be in a bad marriage. I thought the kids were better off with the parents apart.
Okay.
Um, I would have loved for my mom to have left my dad. I
Mm,
mean, he was hard to be around I mean, I worked with him, and I love my
right.
dad. I'm not bagging on my dad. And dad pulled the nose up and quit drinking later in life. But I mean, he's an asshole when he's drunk.
Right.
And I was just, hey, I wanted mom to leave.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people view divorce as a failure, and it's embarrassing.
Hmm. Yes.
And so I guess I just, and Karen won't talk about a lot of the particulars because of the kids.
Hmm.
None of their business is nobody else's business. But and she said after this week she'll never talk about it again. Um, it was just a lot to process.
Yeah, it was definitely, I
But
feel
I
like for me, I knew a lot about Jeff. I knew his first wife had died. Obviously, we all know about him, you know, holding out for money, you know, for Vince McMahon and him getting fired. It was the stuff after with Dixie, like all of that stuff. Like I didn't know. I was not, I didn't watch TNA as much. So I do think that it was, you know, I learned something. Like again, what that must be like. That'd be like your dad owning that store and then, you know, needing someone to help fund it. And then they decide you know, they're making decisions for the store, you
or
know?
or we had the same situation basically, that
Oh,
for
yeah.
years and years and years they were putting their money in affiliated foods
Uh huh.
in a in a kind of a stock that was paying.
Oh,
They were
okay.
using they were paying a higher interest rate than what you could have gotten in a bank.
Yeah.
And they built a new warehouse, and they bought all these trucks, and they leased their own trucks back to them, and order machines. They leased their own order machines back to them, and they had retail store accounting that you could get, and then when they went broke, everybody lost their money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And all these years of putting money up, we took a healthy hit. And I mean, this was like 1980, early 80s. I mean, easily $500,000.
Oh, Lord.
So,
And
I
that would have
mean,
been
so that
probably
would, so,
millions and, you know.
so in all parts of this story, I could pull back and
Mhm.
relate in some kind of a way to it. It
I think that there is
get Jeff, I
also,
get his work ethic.
yeah.
And another thing that his grandmother Teeny had told him, and it wasn't in this episode, but she had told him, don't be you can wrestle, but don't ever be a wrestler.
Right. Right.
So, and I don't think people appreciate what Jeff can do behind the scenes.
I think he's better behind the scenes probably
I
than
mean,
in the ring. I mean,
when I saw what he did at Ric Flair's last match, when you
Mm-hmm.
had Charlotte and Rick, because Charlotte was in there with Andrade speaking for him.
Right, right.
And you had Rick wanting to do this, and Jeff wants, I mean, everybody was talking, and he gets a notepad, and he gets a legal pad, but he got all the egos in control and then started laying it all out, like everything. Camera here, here's the arena, here's what, and I mean, the way that he masterfully laid it all out. I saw him and I was just blown away. I looked at Kyoto. Kyoto looked at me. I think Kyoto was just as impressed as I was. How he took control of the room and
Mm-hmm.
laid it all out. I'll never forget it. And I mean, my opinion of him went from down here. I mean, I've always been a fan of him because he came through the sportatorium.
Shocker.
Well, I mean, I have a soft spot for
I'm just kidding.
the people that came through Dallas.
Right.
And but what I'm saying is I've got so much respect for him, and I'm lucky enough to become friends with him, and he's genuinely a good person.
Well, one of the other things I think, I know it's him. I don't think I'm getting it was Jeff. Lord, when we put on our wrestling show and I got to manage, um, he talked to me before I went out, and he was just like, that's going to be um, so just for you all that don't know, we had a big wrestling group and we put on a wrestling show. We got to do different parts, and I got to be a manager of actual wrestlers. So I came out. I mean, he was telling me, like, he didn't have to spend 1 minute with me, but he did. Like, right before I came out, he's like, now you need to make a statement when you walk out of the curtain and and like I said, he did not have to do that. And
No,
that was just a really cool
and Road
piece.
Dogs the same way.
Well, I mean,
I've been lucky enough.
Probably learned from him on the road.
I mean, and Road Dog, that's why I'm so high on Road Dog, is the way that he ran Ric Flair's last match, because he was in charge of the gorilla position. But Road Dog produced me at the wrestling showcase.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they don't leave anything to chance. They don't come up and go, "Hey, this is what the spot." You've been doing this a long time. You know what to do. No, they don't leave anything to chance. This is how this needs to go this way. This is
right.
This is the important thing that we're trying to pick up here.
Right.
So,
and again, like you said at the wrestling showcase, it's not like they didn't have to tell us anything. You know what I mean? Like, he could have just let you. I mean, because it wasn't like it was like a huge production. I mean, but again, he wanted it to go well, and he wanted everybody to see his vision, I guess. But like I said, I always remember that. It was just I mean, again, he didn't have to do that. And I'm with you. I have seen Jeff. I was not obviously backstage at the Ric Flair's last match, but we have seen Jeff, we've seen those great minds working on putting a show together and how that all kind of, came together. And it is really something. I don't think you can take away, I mean, being a promoter like he was, that work ethic. I mean, I think it was a lot harder to be a promoter in 2000 than maybe what his dad went through in, the 70s and 80s. You did have to worry about territories, but it's a completely different animal. I did not know that about Health South. I will say that was one part of the story I did not know at all, about how the one guy he knew, the one that were, and how many times he could have said, "I'm done, Jeff Jarrett."
Well,
and he didn't, and he kept finding a way. Again, that work ethic, that I've got a family. I've got people that are depending on me, and so I think it's a very good, this would have almost been just as good. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but like those A&E documentaries we're watching.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily feel like it's a Dark Side of the Ring. Like, I feel like it's one of those documentaries, so.
Well, I think next week, I think we just got warmed up. And when they got to Karen, when they showed Karen for the first time. I felt like this is the main event.
Yeah.
They're presenting the way that she was presented.
Well,
And
I think that
she's gone after Bischoff. She's gone after Bischoff today.
Yeah, I saw someone had posted that. I think because of the promoter and maybe Jeff Jarrett's, what what is it? Kiss the ass that might attach to the feet. No, what is it? Put your foot in the mouth, but it might be attached to the ass you have to kiss tomorrow or something. I don't know how that saying goes, but
I loved that they pointed out like how the boys would work Dixie.
I mean, I was like, man, Kevin Nash is not looking very good in this show. I thought there was definitely
no, Kevin. No, hey, the word carny was thrown around.
Right. Right.
I mean, those guys. If you can find a sucker, use them.
Well, I mean, it's true. Like with that,
And I know that at one point, I was watching TNA one night, and this has been years ago, and Stephanie saw her and said, "What is she doing?" And I said, "She's cosplaying Stephanie McMahon."
Mm-hmm.
You'll never convince me that she wasn't watching Raw or SmackDown and then trying to cosplay Stephanie McMahon. She wanted to be that. I think
that beloved, maybe, or that powerful.
I don't know if she's a nice person or not, but I know she's definitely a mark for herself.
I'm sure she's a nice person.
I think her ego got out of control. She's the boss's daughter, but there's a reason that her parents said no more. Sink or swim.
Right. Well, and I think too, so, okay, going back to Karen, again, someone that we've both met. I think Karen is like, I think Jeff is one of those people. I think Jeff is one of those people that just like, he doesn't look back because that's not the way he's going, right? He's forward. And so when he gets wronged or if he gets something, then he's just like, that's yesterday. I'm looking forward. And I think Karen is the type that's like, no, wait a minute.
No, yeah, like, Karen don't let it go.
Yes, or not even just not let it go, but she's the one who's going to call it out. Jeff won't, but she's the one that's like, no, these people really wronged you, and this story deserves to be told. Like, I think Jeff is always like, I'm looking forward. That's all behind me. Like, that's not, and I think that's the reason why you see her.
I think that Jeff
going after, or saying things to Bischoff, or saying, you know what I mean? She's Dixie,
Jeff takes the high road. He doesn't let his money get mad.
Sure.
Vince McMahon's much like him. I mean, I think that's a promoter deal, because you may not like somebody, but they may eventually have some type of value to you.
Exactly. You can Vince had said that before. If he likes you, if he can make money with you.
And Jerry Jones has often said, "Don't let your money get mad." And with Jimmy Johnson, he let his money get mad. And I'm just saying that Karen, on the other hand, I mean, the narrative was out there that they were having an affair. D'Lo said it. Awesome Kong said it. D'Amore said it. But the thing that stuck out to me, though, is that everybody knew Kurt had girlfriends. So it was all right for Kurt. I picked right up on it that it was all right for Kurt, but it wasn't all right for Karen.
Right. And that wasn't even the case.
Yeah. I mean, it turns out they were legally separated, documented, that she was just trying to help the father of her kid get a job.
Right. They wanted her to, I don't want to say babysit, but again, just help make sure he got where he needed. And, because
we're all acting like we don't remember that Kurt had pushed WWE as far as they could, and they let him go.
I thought that was interesting.
He got out of it because they weren't going to let him wrestle. He got out of it with TNA where they let him wrestle.
I thought that was interesting the way they posed all that on this documentary. Like they said, oh, the hottest, like the hottest free agent. I'm like,
it was a big deal.
Well, no, but I was just thinking, I was like, I thought I thought they let him go, and he had kind of been, and he was like, "Oh, I thought I had done all I could do at WWE,"
It
which I
seemed
mean,
like it
I don't
seemed
know.
like at the time that he was like saying that he was going to go get healthy and he wanted out. So
Yeah.
he, because he was so broken down. And then he got out and showed up in TNA. I think he kind of bullshitted his way out of the contract
And I mean, you
because they weren't
again,
going to let him wrestle.
right, right. And if he's not wrestling, he's not making money, or at least not the amount he was making, right?
So
So I'm sure. Um, I think Karen's a good wife. I mean, I think a lot of wives are like that in the sense of like
she's
the
great.
husband
She's a
is
great
not,
heel on screen, but she's a great person off screen. When they were
yes.
running Global Force, they were here in Jackson, and we went to the ballpark to go to the Global Force show.
Uh-huh.
And my wife had a friend that had a son that had cancer.
Hmm.
Huge wrestling fan, and the kid wanted to go, but he was sick and he couldn't. So Stephanie bought him a shirt, and she asked Karen and explained the situation to her about the little boy,
Right.
and asked if she could get the wrestlers to sign his shirt. And she got the shirt and said she'd love to. And she went to everybody on there, made every one of them sign the shirt. But she didn't make us stand there and wait for her to go do it. She got our ticket number and she delivered that shirt to our seats.
Mhm.
And I mean, she's been over with us ever since.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
She didn't have to do that.
no. And just again, the few times that we've actually met her, she's been, I mean, again, I think her and Jeff are great people. I think they work together really well.
Yeah, well,
You know?
she took that what Dixie did to her personal.
Oh, yeah, we're getting right. And then, yes, I think it's going to be, yes, part
And she
two
said
is
that,
going to be very interesting.
and
Mhm.
apparently Bischoff said that Dixie had a good heart, and that's contradictory to things that she's heard him say in the past, and she called him out on it.
I did like, again, we get to see all the same players, right? Eric
Yeah.
Bischoff, Vince Russo, Jim Cornette. Like we get to see some of those faces that we've seen all through the different everything.
Russo's hard for me to take.
How come?
Huh?
How come?
I'm sure that it's the way he talks.
Hmm.
And I think he's got revisionist history. I don't, I just don't, I don't think he's as good I don't think he's as good at his job as he thinks he is.
I I think there was probably one of those things where lightning was in a bottle. I know we've heard that before. So like it was a time in history where whatever he was writing, like it was hitting at that moment, and that will never be replicated. It never has been replicated, right?
Yeah.
I will say this: I've met Mr. Russo on a plane, and he's very nice to me. Like he could have very much been like, "Oh, get away from me, Mark," or whatever. Like, but he was very nice. Um, but again, I think it's just like one of those things where what he did worked in that period. So of course you're going to keep trying to, recreate it in other ways because that you did so well. I mean, we all the Attitude Era,
The
was
bro.
the bro. Yeah, I mean, but that's where he's from though. That's just the way he says it. I don't know.
I
I
know.
get that though. I get that though. And
He uses it like a comma.
yeah,
It's his verbal pause.
yes, definitely,
Also,
definitely
I don't agree with his philosophy because he wants more talk and I want more action.
true. Well, and again, it just kind of goes back to that, like that hit. Like we saw the skits, and I mean, everybody loved all of that stuff, and he just kept feeding it. Um,
Now I did
so
love,
I think
and
it's
I used to
interesting.
watch the TNA pay-per-views every week.
Yeah, yeah. I think it's next week will be very interesting. Do you know any more of the Dark Sides? They're doing Paul Orndorff,
They're
right?
doing Paul Orndorff. They're doing
I should
oh
look it up.
man,
I
could
know.
have
I'm
told
sorry.
you earlier. I
Let me
mean,
see.
I'd say that I'll probably watch the Paul Orndorff one.
Yeah, I like them all. I mean, I like to watch them all just to see what they say.
If Jeff Jarrett wasn't on this, I wouldn't have watched it. I haven't watched it. This is the first time I've watched it since the plane ride from hell. Oh, they're doing the Big Boss Man. Thank you, Efren and Coach.
Oh, I think that will be a good one. Like I said, I do enjoy them. I do, I like to learn about different people. I think is Orndorff's son. Is it Travis?
Travis.
Is he going? I wonder if he's part. Surely he's part of it.
Oh, I'm sure he's the biggest part of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would hope that he would be.
Are we doing Missy Hyatt? I think we're doing Missy Hyatt this season.
Really? Like her whole career, or like I wonder. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Oh, here we go. Oh yes, Missy Hyatt, the Boss Man, Samoa Joe, and Necro Butcher. Of course, Jeff Jarrett, Zach Gowen. Be interesting.
Thank you, Kevin.
What did Kevin say?
He's enjoying our show.
Oh, well, thank you, Kevin.
Efren said they're doing Awesome Kong. Are they doing Awesome Kong?
Maybe he's talking about Awesome Kong was on.
I think I like her. I mean,
I've met her
before. She's real nice.
Couldn't do
Paul Orndorff right if Travis wasn't involved.
Very true. That doesn't mean no that he's involved, but I agree. I think it'll be interesting to. I think Paul Orndorff is one of those. Again, there's some stuff behind the scenes that you hear, like the fights and stuff. Like it'll be interesting, but I don't feel like we know a lot about Paul Orndorff. Like maybe it should be really interesting.
Me and Stephanie had dinner with him in Charlotte.
And he was delightful. At the gathering.
Yeah.
Gathering.
Yeah.
Or what was it called?
Well, it was the NWA Legends when we did it.
Oh yes, the Renegade. Yes, they're doing something on the Renegade. I saw that. Your favorite wrestler, Coach Keith? Can't wait to hear what you think about it.
That's fast and loose with the word wrestler. Hey, what's the topic for trivia tonight?
What is it about? Oh. Money in the Bank.
Huh?
Money in the Bank. You want to do it real quick?
I was trying to decide if we were going to wait for Phillip to get here to let him play.
Okay.
It's time for Amy's trivia. Can you hang? How big's your brain? It's time to play.
All right. We are going to talk about Money in the Bank that happened on July 6, 2024. Obviously, it would happen this week. So the Money in the Bank PLE took place on July 6, 2024. In what city? Was it Toronto, Montreal, Vancouver, or Quebec City? So obviously it's in Canada, as you can tell. But what city did it take place in? Remember?
Oh, man, it's covered up.
No cheating. What are you going to look at? Your chair or something? What are you looking at?
I was going to look and see when Charlotte wrestled Trish Stratus. I'm going to go see Vancouver like Darren. And if I'm wrong, I'll blame Darren.
Well, go ahead and blame Darren because you're wrong.
Oh, Darren.
Should have gone with Matt.
Matt and Willie said Toronto.
Because it was Toronto. I don't think she didn't wrestle Trish. This one.
Yeah, that was August of 2019.
Yeah, I was going to say that. Yeah.
I didn't realize it'd been that long since she wrestled Trish. Feels like it was just a couple years ago.
Yeah, no kidding. Who won the men's Money in the Bank ladder match?
Are we talking about the same card?
Yes, I'm sorry. It's all about the 2024 card. Was it Andrade, Jey Uso, Drew McIntyre, or Seth Rollins? One of these
say it was
gentlemen
Jey.
won the ladder match, the Money in the Bank ladder match. Who do you think it was?
There it says Seth.
Now, you went with him last time, and he was
I
wrong.
think it was Jey. Didn't one of the Usos have the Money in the Bank?
They have won it. Jey has won the Money in the Bank.
I know it wasn't Andrade. It could have been Drew McIntyre. Coach Keith said, Willie said Drew McIntyre. I'm going to go with them.
Very smart, because it was Drew McIntyre. '24, Darren. Who won the women's Money in the Bank ladder match? Was it Tiffany Stratton, Io Sky, Lyra Valkyrie, or Naomi? 2024 Money in the Bank. Who won?
Tiffany.
Tiffany, Io.
It was Tiffany.
That is correct. It was Tiffany.
It was Tiffy time.
It was Tiffy time. Very good. Yes. Yes or no? Did Drew McIntyre have a successful cash-in? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no, but we'll go to the chat.
What do y'all think? Did he have a successful cash-in or not? I don't know. Willie
Darren says no. I don't think he did.
Not in 2024. That is correct. He did not have a successful cash-in. He actually attempted to cash in that night in the Seth Rollins Damian Priest match.
Okay.
And he was unsuccessful. Did Tiffany Stratton have a successful cash-in?
Yes, she did.
That is also correct. She did have a successful cash-in. Do you know who she cashed in on?
Yes, she defeated Nia Jax at a SmackDown show.
Ah, you cheater. Yes, she did. I was thoroughly impressed until I saw what you
I
did.
knew she beat Nia Jax.
I'm just kidding. Next question. Of the 9 women Money in the Bank briefcase cash-ins, okay? So there, up until this point, there have been 9 Money in the Bank briefcase cash-ins. How many have resulted in successful cash-in? This is strictly on the women's side, okay? They've had 9. How many have been a successful cash-in? Darren Staley says 3.
I want to say it's a high number.
What you feeling?
I'm going to say 7.
Willie said 8. Matthew said 8. Terry said 7. Kevin said 6.
Coach went all 9.
Coach Keith is correct. All
I can't
9.
think of anybody. I had figured like there had to be at least one.
Yep. No, all 9 have. Every one of them have cashed in successfully.
It's going to suck for the first one that doesn't get it.
No kidding.
How many more questions we got on here?
I believe this is the last one.
Okay, because our guest is in the waiting room.
Okay, I'm coming. Yeah, sorry, guest. Of the 26 men's Money in the Bank briefcase cash-in, so obviously they've had a little bit more, how many resulted in a successful cash-in?
This
So
one's going to
out of the
be
26. How many have resulted in a successful cash-in?
I'm going to say 23.
Okay. So you're going high.
Yeah, because I think there's only a few that haven't, like Otis.
No, Otis doesn't count because he didn't actually cash his briefcase in. He lost it some weird way.
Oh,
So that doesn't, Otis is not one that counts.
I'm still going to stick with 23.
Okay. Very close. Matthew actually was the right answer. There is one more question after this. There have been 20 successful cash-ins. Okay. Fill in the blank. Besides McIntyre, can you name the wrestlers who have had an unsuccessful cash in? There are 6 of them.
Wade
McIntyre
Barrett?
is one. No.
Seth Rollins?
Let me look at my picture. Hold on. No, not Seth Rollins. I didn't think he was. Not Ronnie
what's his
Millsap.
name? Aaron Stevens.
Damien Sandow. That is a correct.
Yeah, Sandow was one for sure.
Braun Strowman is one.
Okay.
Billy Jack Haynes? No.
Ronnie Millsap?
Yeah, no. Darren Staley? No. Anybody else want to throw out some names?
Didn't Xavier Woods?
No. Oh, Baron Corbin is one. Very good,
Okay.
Matthew. Not Braun Breaker, not Cody Rhodes. I'll let y'all guess one more time since our guest is here, and I'll tell you who it is. So you got 3 of them. Austin Theory was one of them. Very good. John Cena was the first one, actually.
Yeah, because he didn't try to cherry pick somebody. He tried to wrestle them straight up.
Exactly. So it was John Cena in 12. Damien Sandow was in 2013. Baron Corbin was in 2017. Then Braun, 2018. Austin Theory tried to cash in for the United States Championship. So that was weird in 2022 against Seth Rollins. And then, of course, Drew McIntyre.
Well, that's when creative just gave him. So just go challenge for the United States Championship.
Exactly. This was kind of like coming out of COVID, and nobody cared, I guess. I don't know. Or nobody thought he was going to be a contender for the world. So, let's give you the United States. That's weird.
Yeah.
No Adrian Adonis, but he would have been a hell of a Money in the Bank briefcase holder, I bet. Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you all for
our guest at this time.
Yes.
He is doing the Lord's work here in Mississippi. He is the founder and key contributor for the Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. You can find it on Facebook. It costs you absolutely nothing. It's very informative. It's a great read. Welcome to Talking Rasslin, my friend Phillip Searcy. Hi, Phillip.
What's going on, Super Dave? How you doing, Amy?
Hello.
Thanks
Nice
for
to
joining
have you.
us. I want to before we get into the newsletter, let's get some background on you. Let's hear about your fandom. What has driven you to actually want to put together a newsletter for our state?
So I feel like there isn't a whole lot of spotlight here in Mississippi wrestling at all. And I know some years back, when I got into it a little bit, well, I first discovered it when it was back in 2011, I think it was. Before then, I thought the only thing wrestling was the stuff on TV. So, but then it was maybe, and I'm not being mean when I say this, but was like a few promotions that were really going in the state at the time, and I wanted to see it grow a little bit. Now I didn't start this until way later, obviously, but just there's great talent in Mississippi that kind of gets thrown under the rug because I guess we are, I don't know, but just a spotlight on them, main thing. So.
It's hot. I mean, yes. And I'm with you. When I moved here in 2010, I remember seeing a flyer that they were doing. Somebody was actually using the Mid-South logo, and they were having a show in Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there I can say that some similar situations, but I I gotta behave. So,
did you grow up reading quote dirt sheets?
I discovered them around my teenage years. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things I know WrestleZone was the main one that I did for a while. I think it's called something else now,
Hmm.
um, but and that's one of the things I know when I was doing this that I didn't want to become like some of these guys who report, rumors as fact.
Right.
And there's a lot of them out there, particularly some really famous ones that's been on Dark Side of the Ring, but y'all figure that one out. So
Well,
Hmm.
and I want to point out when you said dirt sheet, the newsletter is not. This
no,
is. I mean, he's reporting what he's witnessing in the arenas.
Yes. I was just saying wrestling information in written form. How about that? Magazines, dirt sheets, that kind of stuff. Maybe I should have said that better.
right. I mean, that's fair. It just I know there wasn't a whole lot of wrestling magazines around here in Mississippi, except if it was like maybe WWE or
Hmm.
something like that. Um,
Hmm.
but just honestly, I always kind of look for information all the time, just when I was watching on TV and whatnot. So, um, but I had to when I grew up later on, I had to realize what's actually. Because some people will just will make up stuff out of the blue just because they can.
Hmm. Hmm.
You had to find out what's real and what's not. So
True.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody getting the clicks now. I mean, there's nothing. There's always got to be something negative to get clicks,
True.
and that
True.
is not just wrestling. It's anything. I mean, you go to Facebook and
and I gotta say
I
something.
don't even if I wasn't involved in if I didn't have to use my Facebook page for wrestling,
Yeah,
I probably would shut the Facebook page down.
yeah. And see, it's funny you bring that up because I've been reading stuff the other day about CM Punk's miserable with the company and all that good stuff. What just happened Monday?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, you know, people
yeah.
just blow smoke a lot. So
If you don't know, guess. I guess it's just
yeah,
throwing stuff
It,
out there, and I mean it's fake reporting on fake fighting.
mm.
So it's so when you were, I mean, with becoming a wrestling fan, how I mean, you've been is it a lifelong fandom?
It's I don't know necessarily a lot of fun because I mean I can't watch it 2 years old or nothing like that. But it was I can't even remember how old I was, but I was a kid of the Monday Night Wars. All right,
mhm.
so I saw a good bit. Um, of course, later on, I because my dad will do it to this day, and some other of my family members talk about Mid South wrestling a whole lot. Of course, that was before my time, but I still catch up on it and look at it because they used to, I think, be in Jackson, I think every week, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
Cool.
they had a loop.
Yeah, and just I believe it actually started with he was my stepdad at one point, and he started bringing it around because, and this is not a shot against my family, nothing like that, but they weren't necessarily big wrestling people. I mean, they liked it a little bit, but they weren't to the extent like me or all of you two. So
Mhm.
So you cover, I mean, you cover so many promotions. I mean, just your July newsletter alone, I counted 5 different promotions.
yeah,
I
and
mean,
I try to
you're
get as
logging
many.
some miles.
Yes, and I try to get as many as in there as I can. Now I can't be everywhere at once, obviously, because um, like let's just say a promotion like EPW up in Boonville. Um,
I'm
it
hearing good things about EPW.
yes, but problem is it's a few hour drive from me,
Mhm.
and that's challenging. I have a person that I usually get to send me photos and whatnot, and I try to get other people to get involved in that sense, and also like the Gulf Coast Wrestling over there in Kiln. I maybe might make one or two a year or something like that because it's it's so out there for me.
Yeah.
But it's a great product as well. But and I'll talk about more about that at a coming up show here in a little bit. But I try to. It's important to have relationships with other people kind of in the industry or kind of like Newt Cox. Some of these interviews I've done, like actually all of them, he's done a lot of editing to them. And if I didn't have him, I mean, my interviews I've had with these wrestlers would not look so great.
Oh yeah, Newt's incredible. He's been doing it for a long time. And I've always appreciated that if he's there, that you knew you were gonna get some quality
Absolutely.
from that night. You know, we're all looking for something to pull from somebody that was there to to help promote.
Absolutely.
Well, I could put you on the spot. I guess you can't really. You got to be objective, so you really.
I think I know where you're going here.
I can't ask you which one's your favorite.
Well,
I know which ones I see you at, so you're consistent,
right? And I ain't gonna. I'm not gonna speak ill about anybody because that's just not me. But I guess a product, and again, I'm not talking bad about anybody. If you don't hear your name, I don't mean a person. But Lost Art of Wrestling has the way their platform is and what they stand for,
right?
And not to mention to just the talent they have on there is just great that they bring in there. Names like Vladimir Koloff, Ray Fury, and they got Luke Cameron coming up this month. It's unfortunate. I know Sammy Riot went down to injury because he was is a big babyface, the main babyface in Lost Art of Wrestling. So,
I've been singing Sammy's praises to anyone that would listen.
Absolutely, and one of the things my faith, the people that follow me really well, faith is very important to me. So when because I've been in ministry, I've done pastoring and all that. So the fact that they've done this was a really just a boom, like for me. So and there's all the good ones out there, like SWA Promotions, Overstreet Family. There's some good-hearted folks over there. You got Battle Zone. Pharaoh runs that one. The Gulf Coast Wrestling is it's picking up a little bit more now. Crusade's good, and there's so many of them out there. But I think, again, not a shot against anybody, but Lost Art really stands out to me. So.
I keep hearing Ego.
Yeah,
but I think they're just piggybacking shows.
They've done a lot with the Gulf Coast and Crusade Pro. I know they're going to have their Great Southern 8. I think Labor Day weekend.
I saw that.
But other than one of their shows, I think they're mainly they help mainly with Crusade and Gulf Coast Wrestling. So
didn't RJW just get the Styles Championship?
I believe he did at the Crusade's After Hours or whatever it's called version of their show this past month. So.
And when I say RJW, that's one half of Muddy Waters, who are the Value Independent Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
They are. That was a great match, by the way. You, obviously you were there, but
yeah,
sitting there and watching that was great. So.
Yeah. So let me ask you about this, Phillip. So BIW comes into Mississippi. So would you write about promotions that have cities, but maybe are not necessarily based out of Mississippi?
I try to, if they come in Mississippi, I'll cover that show. That's mainly what I do. It's not say that, because Louisiana, you look at Louisiana, they got some great stuff going on over there. And
solid.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And when they go to West Monroe and some other places in Louisiana, their shows are great. But for me, the main focus is Mississippi because it kind of gets overshadowed. So
And it does. I mean, I don't know who else does it,
yeah,
but I'm always emailing Pro Wrestling Illustrated results. And for some reason, they don't post the Mississippi ones.
yeah. We're just a landmass between Louisiana and Alabama. So.
Yeah. That's what the Weather Channel said.
Yep. Literally. So
What was the first show that you went to, or when you decided, or how did you decide you wanted to do this newsletter? Like, were you at a show and was like, no one's going to know about this because they're not here? Like, I need to, like, what was the catalyst, I guess, that got you to where, like, I'm going to do this to promote the wrestling that I'm seeing here in Mississippi?
So I know, because I want to back up a little bit too, because I know early on I did some announcing a little bit too.
Cool.
Yeah, I did. Got out of that eventually because I know because there was a good period there where I was actually kind of absent from the wrestling industry altogether because, I know for a little bit was some personal issues, and then and then I was, as I was saying earlier, highly into ministry, like in a pastoral position. Then I came back, and originally it started with me doing being the guest speaker at a Lost Art show. It was ironically Nightmare slash match with Wes Warren. Yes. And I was a speaker there, and after I left there, I was just like,
they tore that place apart.
Oh man, it's so good. Anyway, I told myself now, I said, what? I feel like I can do more now. Like,
yeah.
And the ideas were running in my head. I was like, does anybody really cover? I mean, you got the Mississippi Independent Wrestling, I think, group that Newt started sometime a while back, but like who really covers it like a actual news source type of thing?
Sure.
And I said, and I like writing, and journalism is kind of a good thing I like. So I said, let's give this a try. And I mean, I went in it not trying to benefit myself, and more than anything, just trying to help everybody else. And I think that's been what's helped the newsletter really get to the level it is now. So,
well, it's well done, and I mean, because like I said, I finally got to check it out for the July edition. I mean, you covered Sammy Wright's injury, and just results from all over the state. I love it. And there's not a lot of opinion in there.
Right.
I mean, it's just a factual representation of what's going on here in Mississippi. And there was a time that there was more shows that were embarrassing than quality, but everybody's kind of weeded all that out now. And it's like, much like Texas, definitely Louisiana, Mississippi, they're running quality shows. I'd really like to see some kind of alliance, kind of like AIWF does. And AIWF has been very active down in Mississippi and Louisiana. Mustang Mike was their world champion.
Yeah.
Barrett Brown was a cruiserweight champion. We've actually seen Barrett Brown defend their cruiserweight championship in Brookhaven before.
We've had them on the show.
So I would like, a lot of the shows are using a lot of the same talent.
Yeah.
There's some,
sorry.
So, I mean, an alliance. So everybody's being consistent.
Absolutely.
Because I think the worst thing you can do is, and I'm just throwing a name out. Lou Cameron, he's a monster. We've talked about him. This Southern champion at SWA.
Yeah.
And he's bodying people left and right.
Oh man,
like
he is.
The other night he was bodying everybody. I got out the ring. Like,
yeah, you were next. If you didn't.
There was no doubt in my mind. I was in danger. I was in danger.
Yeah.
He was dropping people on their head. I was just helping clean the mess up. But as soon as when he started grabbing on security folks and slinging them,
oh yeah,
Not me. I'm gone.
Yep, it's over.
Uh,
But no,
I know my limitations. So,
yeah,
but what I'm saying is,
yeah.
but then if you next week he's down in Bay St. Louis
Mm.
and kissing babies and high fiving and not cheating, that's
Mm.
bad. I'm not
Right.
saying that they're doing that. I'm just
Right.
it's for instance.
Right.
Because
Like,
people are following it all the time. So
yeah, and people travel like Miss Ginger.
Mm. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss Ginger puts miles on a car. She'll be down in Homa.
Mm.
She'll go, and Homa's 4.5 hours from me.
Right.
She can be your correspondent. No.
Yeah, she's at a lot of these places, and it's good to see. But no, the like you were saying, it's great to see because one of the things when I first got in here, started in an industry and whatnot, um, it was maybe a handful, and there was a good portion of them that were you can tell they were that the proper training wasn't there
Mm.
to be very nice about it. And there was just a lot of people too, just trying to tear each other apart and just tear each other down. And now it's not to say that I mean you still have your some you might have some of these promotions now that are kind of like I watch sometimes, but I mean there's more of a family feel and a unity, if you will, now, and it's good for everyone, and and it's good for the fans as well.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about some talent.
Mm-hmm.
We'll start right off. Hunter Hendricks.
Oh, he's a good talent that's been coming up. He's the first Crusade Pro champion. Congrats, brother. Um, uh, and I think that's one of the things Crusade's focus has been the younger talent, trying to get them on the scene to be a star. Because I mean, you got guys that are on there around the scene like Ray Fury or Vladimir Koloff and all that good stuff. Which I mean, if they were given given a championship or given a push, I don't think nobody would be mad. But it's good to see good to see other people get that push. And I felt like Hunter really earned that too.
What about you mentioned Vladimir Koloff? Let's talk about him.
Oh man,
I mean, you've been around, so you saw the transformation.
absolutely.
How impressive is Vladimir Koloff?
It's it's living proof that if you put the work in, you'll get there. Because I think if I remember right, he started I think training at Diamond Championship Wrestling. It's not here, I don't think, in Mississippi anymore, um, but just where he's come, and just weight loss between now and when he first started, and just the accolades he has achieved all through not just Mississippi but Louisiana and everywhere else. Because he's one of those guys you got to book a year out at least, because these guys
His
are going
dance
to give
card's full. He's earned his spot.
absolutely. He has.
And he didn't just lose weight. I mean, he packed on muscle.
Yes.
He looks
Yes.
he I mean, I told him, man, it's time to take that mask off and be like Nikita. But I mean, he's impressive. And let's talk about someone that's been around for a long time, Ursa Major.
I remember when he first came into the industry, as Shaky McMullen.
One of the
And
Boot Boys.
yes.
How over was the Boot Boys?
Oh man,
What an act!
it was. And when I had the interview with Ursa recently, if Chuck would have, if he didn't have to retire, and if JD Jenkins was willing to do so,
Yeah.
imagine the feuds they could have had with Boot Boys and Diversity. Oh man, they could do a whole year program just for those
Yeah.
uh with those two teams. So um varsity being Hunter Rhodes and the Hosies, people that don't know on here or that are watching, whatever. So
Yeah. I mean, when Hunter gets back, he'll be
yeah.
tearing it up again. But the Hosies are impressive. But
Mm,
and the same with the Riots.
mm.
Hey, and as much as I like Sammy, let's talk about Alex. Alex just made his debut,
Oh man.
and he's spearing people out of their
Mm.
boots.
Yes.
When I tell
He
you, I'm gonna get a clip. We'll get Alex on because we had all the other Riots on.
That's true.
But man, he's spearing folks out. I'll put his spear up against anybody on television right now.
he is
It's
a
impressive.
We need a clip, definitely.
he is a specimen. Like, and here's the amazing thing about it is he's 18 years old,
Ooh.
Yeah.
and the future he's got, man. That's just and what I like about Alex too is look, and there's nothing wrong with the high flying style that most of the Riots have, and it's great because like with Sammy, Leo, and all of them have gave us some entertaining matches that have made the holy crap type of deal. But I feel like he's more of a heavyweight
Yes.
or than they are, and could do more of a. He has more of a power attack. I'll put it like that.
If you compared the Riots to the Von Erichs,
Mhm.
he's the David.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
He's the David.
Okay.
That's
He's
a
the-
fair assessment. So.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that Leo had that potential
Hmm.
once he could. I mean, they're all young. God, they're
Yeah.
babies. But as he starts getting older, he'll fill out and start packing it on.
Mhm.
But man, Alex is just they've got all the bases covered
Mhm.
with
Yes.
them, and that spear, my goodness.
Mhm.
Because he told me, he goes, man, I used a spear the other night. I said, I saw the clip of it. I was like, whoa. I'll go back and watch it again.
And that
Because
bicycle kick he does is great too.
you couldn't poke holes in it, that's for sure.
No.
And you've been watching for a while. Let's talk about Doc Gracie.
Oh man.
He's so angry.
Oh man. Between him and his partner Warden Moss, especially in SWA, I mean they've been running into the battle zone recently too. But in SWA, I think. Well, I don't know. That's a tough one between the Rebellion and them on like the top heels because they've done some. I know when they had that feud with the Rights. I mean, it's still technically going on, but when it was Doc Warden versus Leo and Sammy,
Right.
whatever it was, the things they would do just to get under the fans' skin, and it would work too. Like I would watch these fans in the front row just wanting to just hurt both of them. Like it was the one where they thought the Riots had won the tag titles, but because I think Frost had kicked referee Obama, whatever it was, and
Yeah, it was a disqualification.
yeah, man, and they didn't win it. Oh man, the heat those two had. It was
You gonna tell me I'm the one that counted the three.
I know.
And Obama waved it off.
Yes. Yes.
Ooh.
They are really great, that heat. And I think with Lucas Frost by this side, I think that helps too because he's the guy that's been doing it for a very long time. I mean, he's a manager now, but he's been around for a long time.
Doc it's become very, very personal.
Yes.
Very personal between him and the Riots. And I mean,
they've thrown themselves out there.
I mean, like the last, I mean, were you there when you were there for their tag match? And Doc and Sammy I had to get between them.
Yeah.
And I told them, look, guys, y'all gonna wrestle in here. Y'all take that other stuff outside, but y'all kill each other outside.
Yeah.
But y'all gonna be professional and wrestle in here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, it got.
They were getting in each other's face and all that stuff.
And that match would have got thrown out.
Yeah.
If I would have had to throw it out. I mean, when your own tag team partner's trying to back you off,
Mhm.
Right.
When Warden's trying to back Doc off. I mean, we're all breaking this up and we're getting this under control.
No
Yeah.
kidding. Is there anybody, Phil, that you have seen like that you're kind of like a new person on the scene that you're kind of like, okay, I'm gonna watch this part. Like I don't know if you do that in your newsletter. Do you highlight like new up and comers, or do you do anything like that? Or is there anybody out there that you've seen in the Mississippi wrestling, obviously besides Alex,
Yeah.
being so young? But like, is there anybody else that you're kind of like, I want to make sure I, jot this person's name down. This is going to be somebody.
Yeah, I mean, you give me an idea, some more ideas for my newsletter, but but I know Alex, he's definitely the big one for sure. If you haven't taken notice of him, you should. Hunter Hendricks, I've noticed he's been up and coming too, and he's definitely someone to watch out for. Now he's not necessarily new, but the Mississippi fans don't know a whole lot about him. Sugar White.
Yes.
Oh man. You want to talk about somebody that can get heat instantly? He wakes up in the morning and he instantly will create heat with some folks. Because he's just, I mean, Dave knows what I'm talking about at all times. Something's always going on with him. So.
Yeah, Suge does not have a problem sharing his opinion.
No.
Okay.
And when I tell you, and he's joined up with Rob Love.
Oh.
Yep.
Not Southern royalty, but
he's the newest member of Bayou Kingdom.
Bayou Kingdom.
And he had that match with Alex Arsenal.
That's right. Oh,
Alex. He had that match with Alex Arsenal, and Suge is freaky strong.
He is.
Like, he just pushed me, and I mean, I was
BIW in
flying. And he's
BIW's in trouble though, like with him and Rob Love together as a force. Watch out. So
what do you think about Alex Arsenal, the BIW champion?
He's a great talent. And rightfully BIW champion.
Right.
I mean, one of the first things when I first saw him, partly because of his theme, I immediately liked him because I started almost jamming out every time his theme comes on, the bullet with a name, whatever. But he's a great worker, a great talent everywhere. So
I concur. He's nice to look at too. So throw that in there.
And one other that, and I know I'm like you, I hate when I start naming names and then somebody gets left out.
Yeah.
But Wes Warren.
Oh man. The grumpy man, as I like to call him.
He has come so far.
He has. I was about to say he's one of those. I mean, he fits his gimmick of cold blooded for a reason. He doesn't crack a smile, and he's another one of those that he's been Mississippi, Louisiana, everywhere. He's real deal, and
my dogs agree.
Yeah, and definitely a great heel because again the whole factor of never smiling or anything. And I told somebody, I think I told Nuke this the other day. There's part of him that I kind of see a Raven in, with just his lack of emotion sometimes.
Yeah.
But then at the same time he can get it just like that when he gets angry. So great talent. Always good seeing his matches too.
That's a good way to block.
So tell everybody where they can find, I mean, is Facebook is the Facebook the only place that you can find the Mississippi Wrestling newsletter?
So right now, the main way is my Facebook page. You also I have a YouTube channel. I mean, just look up Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. It's where I do some of my shoot interviews, where I kind of keep the shoot stuff out of the newsletter. Just because I've done some great interviews. I know I did Suge White last month. Who else have I done? The Hosey Brothers, Eartha Major, Hunter Rhodes, and there's more coming. Trying to set up one with Vladimir Koloff soon, so um, be on the lookout for that. So.
What does what can we expect for the August newsletter? What do you? I mean, any previews, or we just got to be surprised, or?
Well, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of depends on what they do, what everybody in the state does. To be honest with you, because there's times I have an idea about something, but then something happens and goes, oh wait, let me do audible here and let's do this instead. You know.
You want to see me turn heel on my wife's best friend? But she's in there yelling and squealing like I ain't even doing a podcast.
I know. See, I'm the Jeff Jarrett and you're the Karen. So, you're what I'm just like, no, just let it go. It's fine. Don't get excited. Just move forward. You're like, I'm gonna tear her.
I know y'all brought up Jeff Jarrett and Karen Jarrett right now. Y'all were probably talking about it earlier before I came in here, but man, what what 2 episodes that was! Holy crap! I said the only thing I would maybe, I mean, it was great, but the only thing I might have wanted to see more, which I mean, it was kind of out of their hands because certain people didn't want to be a part of it, but if we got a perspective from like Kurt or Dixie, which again they didn't want to be on it, which okay, but I think that could have been interesting if they would have brought their side to it as well.
I would have liked for them I would have liked to have their perspective.
Yeah.
Well, we still have another episode, Jimmy. We never know what that's going to be like.
Yeah, I mean, Kurt's never gonna. I mean, well, hell, I don't mind saying it. His podcast sucked. I mean, he don't want to talk about any of his shortcomings. So
yeah,
and I mean that's okay, but
yeah,
I mean it was just it wasn't. I mean, I think that he doesn't have anything to add because he's not going to address any of that he don't want to address his dark side, and also a lot of people don't like these guys that do these.
Yeah.
Do what? The dark side.
The dark side of the ring.
Some of them think they do a their own narrative type of thing, and
they don't want to get screwed. They don't want to get screwed in the edit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
I wonder if there is something now that they dark side of the ring, maybe if they have trouble doing things, like I wonder if they have to agree to some directorial, like some producing kind of things, because I mean, why would anybody do
The Rock got
it,
involved. When The Rock got involved with them, I think he's an executive producer.
Kind of break.
I know he was last season.
It back a little bit. So
yeah.
I mean that makes sense because, like you said, I mean if you can't get people to talk to you, then you don't have a show anymore. That's not going to be
right
as entertaining, and it's not going to get the information out. Have you ever met Jeff by any chance, Phillip?
I think I have. Yeah, I did a couple times actually. When I was younger, I actually met him at a TNA show. I believe he signed a picture for me, and then at Dave will know what I'm talking about. At Trustmark Bar.
We talked about it earlier. The Global Force show.
Oh yes. Oh cool. You were there too.
Yes. And now there's a kind of a story there. For a while, it's kind of dumb on my part, because I know some viewers might know Kobe Rutland.
Yes.
He was getting me and some others into there to actually do stuff for Body Slam Media Productions. At the time, that was still really going. But in a nutshell, Kobe didn't necessarily have his P's and Q's in line, and pretty much I had to wait until the doors open before I was able to come in there, and a little bit I got a little frustrated. I mean, because I thought I took it like Jeff Jarrett just threw me out, man. Come on, but anyway, from a business side, I understand it now, like
Right.
but. And Kobe will admit it that he dropped the ball on that one a little bit, but that was actually a fun show to do commentary with on Body Slam Media.
Yeah.
With because Scott Steiner was there. Help me remember some names that were there.
Lance Archer was there.
PJ Black, I think it was, or Tyler Black, excuse me.
I think you're right, PJ Black.
Yeah. The one that was Justin Gabriel in WWE.
Yeah. It's been a long time.
Yes, that's why my memory's kind of shot here. Let's see, who else was there? Well, I mean, Jeff and Karen came out and did a little thing. But yeah, it was fun one to go to. So
cool. We were just talking earlier about, like, I know I've met Jeff and so has Dave, but like he really is a very genuine person. Like, it just, I mean, what we were watching on Dark Side of the Ring, those emotions, like none of that was fake, but he's very much forward thinking. Like he didn't look at what was behind him because that wasn't, he was very much forward. And so how he dealt with different things, it's just like, just let it roll off or whatever. So I just curious if you had met him and if you had kind of gotten that same sense too.
Yeah. Not in 2006. It was 2016, wasn't it? Or 18?
15 or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it was because he was running with Global Force.
Right.
And that's when he had his issues with TNA and all that good
stuff.
Well, I mean,
I didn't really care for the six-sided ring, but it is what it was. I mean,
right. Yeah.
Different. Just trying to be different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, like in the show, more sports-like, kind of like the Octagon kind of thing. I mean, again, you're trying to appeal when you have WWE, which is like the conglomerate, you got to do something a little different. Like,
yeah, what was cracking me up though is they were talking about like Hulk was a heel for going back to the four-sided ring and getting rid of the six-sided ring. And I was so appreciative. Like now I want to watch it because they're actually in a wrestling ring.
Right. Yeah. But I mean, they try, just like anything, you throw stuff against the wall and whatever sticks is what you got to try new stuff. So,
hey, I got one more wrestler.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I got one more wrestler. I omitted him, and I really think this guy's going to be huge in Mississippi. And if not this year, then definitely by next year. I think he'll be in everybody's main events. That's Tony Donato.
Oh yeah, a great talent too. I seen him.
The dude just looks like a wrestler.
He does.
I mean, if you're drawing a wrestler, you're drawing Tony Donato. He's
very absolutely. Good. So I know I've seen him in Battle Zone. I think a couple of SWA shows too.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a great talent. So
yeah, we had him in Flowwood at the charity show for
Gabby Strong or whatever.
Gabby Strong Foundation, yes.
Yep.
But well, Phillip, I appreciate your time tonight.
Yes, sir.
Tell everybody where they can find you.
Like I said, find me on Facebook at Phillip Searcy, and the newsletter. Just look up Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. You should be able to find it, and y'all have seen the logo, and it's here too. But anyway, and my YouTube channel for all my shooting interviews I have with different people. So yeah, I'll be there.
You got merch available? Because I like that hat.
Yeah, we are hat people here.
Or is that a one-off that you just got made for you?
Well, I mean, it was technically a one-off, but if somebody's willing to maybe pay something, I might maybe make some more. But
Get me a price. I want one of those.
okay, I'll get with you later on it. So.
All right. Well, Philip, thank you for joining us tonight. Everybody, get over to Facebook and check out the July edition of the Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter. I appreciate you so much, Philip.
I appreciate y'all.
Because when you're there at the show, I know, and you take the time to not only do you take pictures, you share the pictures, and you don't just throw them in. I mean, you don't throw them out there at 300 at a time. That you'll actually put the matches, and I think I can speak for the talent that when you do that with it, then we can actually take your pictures and share them to our stories and help promote what we've done, where we're going. And it's nice that you're willing to share those, and everybody should give Philip in the Mississippi Wrestling Newsletter a photo credit when you post them. It doesn't take but a second to tag him and say, hey, thanks. To tag the people that you're using their work.
And I think too, with your newsletter, like what a great way for other promotions outside of Mississippi to see what kind of talent you have and maybe bring somebody that you've highlighted and you've talked about to their state and their promotion. I mean, what a great way just to help expose those people in Mississippi to other promotions that are out there and, get them, like you said, moving amongst the Louisiana, not that they leave Mississippi ever, but that they venture out. It's a great way to help those promoters that want to expand a little bit and know who's good and, invite people. What a great way through the newsletter.
And maybe they could reach out to you at least and help you out sending results and pictures. And everybody should want to be able to put their talent over. And I think that if I was running a promotion and I didn't see you at my shows and I wasn't in your newsletter, that I would at least make the effort to say, hey, come check us out for one.
Absolutely.
But here's the results. Here's who we're using. Like EPW. I'm hearing nothing but good things about them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I had a wrestler reach out to me that was trying to book me to referee in another state. And she was telling me that I should try to referee for EPW. They're doing some great things up there.
Yeah. I also want to throw this out there is also usually at the end of my monthly newsletter, I have a little devotional thing that I do to try to reach out to others as well. Because again, like I was mentioning earlier, that's very important to me to try to reach others.
I think that's a great thing. And I love that about Lost Art. And I love that about your newsletter.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus is still over in Mississippi.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, he is. And thankful for him that we can do this. We can do this. Exactly.
So,
and it's nice that, that we still give him the glory, and Lost Art does a really good job of that. And there's other promotions that do it. APOC is running his promotion that used to be the Christian Wrestling Federation. They've changed the name of it.
No, I remember that.
But they named their arena the Lordatorium.
I like it.
I love it.
Yes, I like it. Great.
All right. We're going to let you out of here. Thank you for joining us tonight, Philip.
Thank you.
I'll see you down the road. You going to be in SWA this weekend?
I will be. Yes.
Unfortunately, I won't, but I'll be back with y'all next month.
All right. Good deal.
All right.
God bless y'all.
God bless you. Thank you for joining us tonight, Philip. Phillip Searcy, everybody.
Yay. That's pretty cool.
It's a neat newsletter.
Yeah. Like I said, I really do like just the idea. I think that newsletter not only can help fans, but I do think, I think a promoter would be worth looking at if you were, had something in Kentucky or Tennessee, if you were just looking at bringing in new talent or, I think that's a great thing. That's a great service that he's doing for Mississippi and the wrestlers of Mississippi.
Megan Nelson says that she's watching and working out, and it's sad we're not all in Waterloo together. I am so distraught.
Me too.
Because we've already established tonight that I love me some Jeff Jarrett, but I
Oh,
love
he's
me
there.
some James Beard too.
Yes.
And James Beard's going in the Hall of Fame this weekend.
Oh, what's he getting? What do you know? What award? Sorry, put you on the spot.
Hey, I've heard 2 or 3 times what Jeff is getting, and I couldn't repeat it.
I am sad too. I am going to get back up there. I really had such a great
My vacation, I can't get the vacation time because we do it like a football draft.
time. Right.
And I have these weeks that I want because it's a 12-hour drive for me. I can't just run up there. I got to have some time off to get there.
Oh yeah, it's 8 for me. So yeah, I do know what you're saying.
But we're lifetime members of that Hall of Fame. Me and Steph's name's on the wall. And if I didn't believe in it, I love it. I think it's a destination every year. It breaks my heart that I can't go.
I know. I think though, but I do love that all our friends were there, and you were just mingling with the like how many times have we talked to Mr. Gerald Briscoe, and how many times did we
I got to sit at the table and just be Brock.
Yes, I mean
Brock Anderson's awesome, man.
Yes, oh, of course he is. 100%.
And I love all my time I get with John.
And I'm not going to the gather. Oh, the Frank Gotch. Thank you so much, Willie. Again, well deserved.
Yeah.
Frank Gotch Award for Jeff Jarrett. But again, it's such a wonderful, wonderful time. I am going to make it back up there.
We saw Jason Ayers' son debut in Waterloo, and Rock Riddle. Rock Riddle didn't embarrass himself.
No, not at all. That was a great show we got to watch up there.
But Jason Ayers' son made his debut, and I think it's so cool that WWE let Jason Ayers come and referee for his son's first match.
That was nice. That is nice. Stories we can't share. That is correct, Megan. No.
That young man's going places. He could possibly be. Well,
he's at Dynamite.
He's backstage. He's backstage at Dynamite tonight.
Awesome. And the museum itself is really, really fascinating.
Oh, the basement. If you can get them to take you down in the basement, the stuff that they just have laying around in the basement.
Right, rotating
cool.
around or whatever. But
I'm a big fan, and I'm gonna try again for next year. I want to go next year.
Yes, I'm with you. I want to go.
I'm heartbroken that I can't go. I'm heartbroken that I can't get to the gathering. I want to meet the Iceman King Parsons.
I know. You definitely yeah.
Hey, when it flooded, it was flooding there, and the girls from the strip club next door went and helped them get the stuff up where it wouldn't get ruined in the flood.
I mean, Cauliflower Alley would be another good one.
I've always wanted to go to Cauliflower Alley.
You should definitely do that.
WrestleCade is fun. I've been to WrestleCade.
I don't like that. We always go Black Friday shopping.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go to WrestleCade. The year I went is because my mom and my brother were up there, so I could, go spend Thanksgiving with them and still go.
Yes, I would love to go to WrestleCade and Cauliflower Alley. The gathering was super fun last year. I'm so glad I got to go with them.
I've got so many good memories from going to that. But it was the NWA Legends back then. But
right.
But like I said, the Iceman King Parsons is going to be there, and I've spoke to him on the phone and been a fan for years. But I've never got to actually meet Iceman.
You're going to have to make that happen. The other thing, Square Circle Expo in March is a fantastic event also. There's just all these great events that you want to get to all the time. But Waterloo, we're going back to Waterloo, and we're going to make it to Cauliflower Alley. I don't know how, but we're going to do it. Just saying. Right?
All right.
Right.
Well, we're going to get out of here. Let's talk about what's going on our Markout Moments Network. Drunken Pop, I think they're going to be on tonight. We got to get out of here because I told them we'd be done by 8.
Yes.
Drunken Pop's going to go live right after us. The TNA Top 10.
They are
Songs you don't
off.
play at weddings was so good.
How did WAP not become number one? How could you play that at your wedding? You know,
Yeah.
I'm just
Why
saying.
would you play that anywhere?
Well, I'm just saying. Oh, I agree. But I'm just saying that was my number one. I would have listed it. That is one song I would never want to hear at a wedding.
Yeah. But do we know what they're going to be?
They're on a break because I think
They're not going to be on this week.
well, no, I think they are on this week, but then, well, I don't know.
I haven't seen anything in my inbox about helping with the categories.
I don't know. They may be on a break because they do Terry and
Yeah.
TNA is his son is playing another soccer tournament.
All right.
But I do not know 100% if they are. I don't believe they are though. Kevin was here with us.
Kevin was here with us. He's doing they were just on the other night. I think they were on for the 4th of July.
Oh, awesome.
But he's doing the double drop kick. Mark Maggard and crew are doing Spanning the Globe.
Yep.
And then a week from Thursday, a week from tomorrow, join us for the premiere episode of Triple P, Panels, Pile Drivers, and Plates with Josh Newell. We're going to have I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
I love the artwork.
Thank you.
It's real good.
I'm
not talking to Willie Thornbrew. He has really been mean to me tonight.
He's a heel.
He is a heel. He's really coming out swinging.
He needs to get him a championship heel belt from Big Time Belts. Facebook. Another thing you can find on Facebook. Look at that Mid-Atlantic Championship. I'm thinking about selling mine and replacing it with one from Big Time Belts.
I think you should.
Get you an AWA belt, the inmate.
I like the inmate belt. I do like
Puts
that.
it on Velcro like the original.
That's cool.
You can get a custom belt.
Ooh.
Our good friend Tim got his belt dreams come true. I think he's up to like 8 belts now.
Really? That was funny. He got his first one and you were like, oh, it's going to start.
And more successful on YouTube than we are, but we love Tim.
Well, of course. Of course we love Tim.
But we'll be back on Tuesday next week.
What is that? The 14th? Yes. No. Yes.
And I don't know if we're going to have a guest or not, but I do know we're going to be talking wrestling.
That's
with
right.
Pondwater and Amy
Like we
on the Mark Out Moments Network. Good night, everybody.